We spend a lot of time doing full videos of our properties.
So once you get the verbal acceptance, sometimes it takes about a week to get a written acceptance from the seller. But that's kind of bonus time that you have to go find a buyer because the contract hasn't really started and the time hasn't started to ticking away yet. So get your video right when you get wind that you think you have a deal. Go out and get your video and run comps and start building a case why this is a really good deal.
If you guys want to see our videos, we've got them on a separate blog, farbelowmarketdeals.com, and that'll give you a good idea how we do our videos. It's farbelowmarketdeals.com /lucrative deals. Wait. So it's important, I guess, to answer your question. They're going to need to see it.
Just one real quick. Are you saying that we should do that after we got the approval? Because if we did it before we got the approval, we'd be doing a whole lot of videos and
Oh yes, only after you get it. You're going to get verbal approval or an email approval before you get the seller's signature on your contract.
Okay, and your broker's going to know that before the investor.
Yeah. You're going to say
they're telling me.
See what happens is they say, okay, you got it.
The broker will tell you got it.
Okay.
Congratulations, you got it. The bank's accepting.
But then there's still some due diligence. They have like all this paperwork that you need to sign and get back, and they have 48 hours to get this big package in. And during that time, you know you have the deal pending the signatures on these contracts. You're going to use that time.
9 out of 10 times when they tell you you got it, you got it. We had one last week.
You know what? More than that.
Or 99 out of 100 times.
Less than that.
We had one. They said you got it. We got real excited about it, and they left us a message saying, no, you didn't get it. Psych. Total psych.
Yeah, the question.
I was going to say that my experience has been that they email you say you have this, and sometimes I have like 2 weeks before I get anything, and I'm sitting on a check.
But you know what? It used to be that you had all this time because they were very disorganized, the banks, about getting your paperwork back to you. In our experience, recently, in the last like maybe 3 months, they're like, okay, we want your EMD, we want this, we want that, and they're getting it together.
And that was farbelowmarketdeals.com
/lucrative deals.
Now, earlier you said you get your deposit back, you won't lose it. But then again, you did say there was a point where you could lose it. Could you explain the difference between those two?
That's important.
When you might lose your deposit, when you wouldn't?
When is your deposit in danger?
Oh, when you get to the end of your inspection period.
Yeah.
So you need to read your contract really well. When they send you a counteroffer, read every word of it and understand what date did your inspection period start and when will it end. And if you can't figure it out, you start asking questions.
Now, their broker should tell you, well, okay, they countered the price and you've got a 10-day inspection period. But
you want to know when does that start? Does that start when the seller signs it? Does that start right now?
We've had a few fights with brokers where we've had to back out of very few deals. There have been a few. And usually even when, I'm not saying go past the inspection period, but we have a couple times when we still got our money back. There's been times where there's a dispute over when that clock started ticking. Was it when we got accepted? Was it when we got verbal acceptance?
So just be very clear.
Yeah.
Make sure you understand.
If it's a good enough deal, you shouldn't lose it. So here's getting buyers. You know, the other question we get a lot is the chicken and the egg question. It's like, well, how can I go get deals? I don't have any buyers. And then there's, you know, the other way around. You know, how do I get buyers if I don't have any deals to pitch them? So here's some kind of advice. When we were getting in real trouble, we were trying all kinds of stuff, and I kind of did a little stint in internet marketing. And really didn't, it's just, I realize it's like flipping houses. It takes a while to learn it. You're not going to just get rich overnight. But I did learn enough to apply to real estate, and really, we've really got a lot of exposure. It's the reason we're here. The power of the internet really is just mind-blowing. I didn't really do that much because I'm not that good at it. But there's a simple internet 101 thing that I learned at a seminar, and it's probably the best thing I ever learned, is 2 things: an autoresponder and a squeeze page. Will get you everywhere.
That's another 16 hours.
No, really it's not. The biggest problem that people make on the internet is fancy web pages that look great, and they don't get your information. That's it. You get their information, you can market to them, till the cows come home. 2 is an autoresponder, sends them a series of emails on autopilot. The biggest mistake people make is they're selling. Don't sell. Just tell your story. Tell them how you get your deals, who you are. Give as much value as you can possibly give. I give a deal analyzer. For like 2 weeks, I'm just giving them, give. At the end of 2 weeks, I ask a question. It says, hey, give quick questions. All this is on autopilot. So I'll just go through the mechanics of it real quick. I call it a bucket. You've got to create a bucket to capture your buyers. It's got to be able to capture leads, manage your buyers, and then once you have this email list and you get a deal, you should fire an email out to them. Okay, and this is kind of this is the blueprint. Now, the part about how to get people to your squeeze page is so easy because there's unlimited ways to drive people to your site. You can buy a poster board. It says fixers and foreclosures, SantaBarbara.com, and put it everywhere. It's that simple. But until you have the landing page set up correctly, it's a waste of time. You can go to REO auctions and put flyers on windshields. Literally unlimited ways. You can go down to the courthouse and get all the trustees' deeds where investors paid cash at those foreclosure sales. It's public information. You can send them letters. So many ways. All of it is no good without a squeeze page. Now, to get people to sign in, you've got to bribe them because there's so many squeeze pages and stuff. That's why a well-done squeeze page is email, name. I put first name. That's kind of my little subliminal way of saying I don't even want your last name. So ask them for nothing other than their email, their name, and offer them a free report or the 3 biggest mistakes investors make. Just Google investor mistakes and write something up. I'm going to show you how this works. So once you drive people to your squeeze page, your list will start to grow. They sign in. What happens is their name goes into your database. And I'll give you some good databases to use. And the other way that you're getting leads is putting deals on Craigslist and putting it on AI, Kijiji. There's a lot of different, Zillow, V-Flyer. Putting your properties out there and driving people here are your 2 big sources of leads. If you don't have properties, Google wholesalers in your area and call them and ask them, can I borrow your deals?
Can I promote one of your deals?
Yeah.
Can I help you sell it?
Yeah.
And even if they're not willing to split the deal with you or give you a big cut, at least it's providing you a vehicle, something to offer, so that what you're looking for is to fill your bucket.
Yeah.
Credibility.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I'll get more.
But check out their deal to make sure it's a good deal before you put your name on it.
Now, once these people come into your site, they're going to start getting automatic emails. Now, I've got 20 of them, and you're welcome to them. And I'll show you where they are. But once you get all this email of buyers growing, when you get a deal, you're going to take pictures of it, you're going to put it on your site, and then you're going to get the link to that deal, and you're going to email it out to your list. And it's that simple. It's really pretty simple once you get it set up. So you're gonna get a deal, put it on there, blast it out to your list, saying, 3-2, 60 cents on the dollar. You're gonna make a killing. You blast it out, and you're gonna get emails back from investors saying, I'm interested. You're gonna show them the property, and then you're gonna do the handoff, and you're gonna get paid for it. So.
Or you're going to get emails back from other wholesalers who want to take your deal and wholesale it to someone else.
Yeah, you gotta watch out
for that.
You gotta watch out for the Congo line, wholesaler of a wholesaler. That never works.
All you really want is the cash buyer.
I don't think our site's really very good at all. We haven't changed it in 2 years. We've got about 3,000 people on our list. They're not all qualified buyers, of course, but there are a lot of qualified buyers. This site is top producer. It's like $35 a month, I think. Top producer, there's all kinds of real estate sites. I don't think it really matters what you use. Top producer is kind of the industry standard.
Is it called Top Producer?
Oh. Yeah, if you go to Top Producer website, I've got a link for you in here.
Are you still doing marketing?
Yeah, I'll mention that. I'll set it up for you.